Every time you step off the bus at near junction, you relive the same 30 minutes, each time revealing a darker secret about why you're there and why you can't leave. I was trapped in time. It started with a funeral. I wasn't going to mourn. My uncle had died the week before, and my mother insisted I come home to Kitale for the burial. But I hadn't spoken to the old man in 5 years. The only reason I agreed was because he had no children, and a piece of land near the forest road that was still in his name. A rich piece of land. I planned to arrive, shake a few hands, pretend to grieve, and talk to the chief about changing ownership before the family started to fight over it. I boarded a matatu from Nairobi, tired, annoyed, barely paying attention. Somewhere along the route, after Eldoret, the driver slowed down at a dusty roadside stop. Near junction, he grunted. Wait here for the next ride. The place looked like a forgotten corner of the earth. A giant baobab tree stood in the middle of the junction, casting a crooked shadow. There were no buildings, no signs. Just a rusted kiosk, a bench made of 2 stones and a plank, and an old woman roasting maize under a tattered umbrella. I checked my phone. 13:13. Something about that time caught my eye. It looked symmetrical. Almost too perfect. I dismissed it. Coincidence. I sat under the baobab and waited. That's when I saw the girl in the green scarf. She walked past me, humming to herself. Then came a hawker, carrying a bucket of oranges. 5 bob. Sweet like love, he yelled. A boda zoomed past, almost knocking over a boy with a metal bucket. I frowned. The world felt staged. Like everything around me was acting out a scene I hadn't rehearsed. A man sat beside me on the bench. His face was hidden under a wide brim hat. He turned slightly and muttered, "If you're seeing this again, you're already dead." I turned to him fully. "What did you say?" But the man was gone. The bench was empty. I looked around, confused. My phone buzzed in my hand. 13:13. Then everything shimmered, just for a second, like heat rising from tarmac. And I was stepping off the matatu. Again. Same dusty road. Same baobab. Same old woman. Same everything. I froze. My hands were shaking. Had I fallen asleep and dreamt the whole thing? Was this just déjà vu? But then I saw her, the girl in the green scarf. Same walk. Same hum. The orange hawker. Same words. The same boda, same boy, same near accident. My heart pounded in my chest. I wasn't dreaming. Time had rewound. I checked my phone. 13:13. I don't remember how many times it happened after that. 10. 15. 100. Every time I stepped off that matatu, the world hit reset. I tried everything. I screamed, I ran, I refused to get off the bus, but something always pulled me back. Some loops were short. Others stretched into hours. But they all ended the same way, with me under the baobab tree, staring at 13:13 on my screen. Then, in one loop, something changed. I was sitting on the bench again, trying not to lose my mind, when a woman approached. She wore a faded kitenge dress, and her eyes were yellowed, almost like jaundice. Her voice was raspy. "You're new here," she said. "How long?" "Too long," I replied. "I don't understand what's happening." She nodded, as if she did. "This is a junction of the dead. Some pass through. Others stay. Few notice. But you're awake in it. That's bad. Bad. It means you're not supposed to be here. Or maybe you came here with the wrong purpose." She pulled something from her pocket and pressed it into my hand. It was a half-burnt bus ticket. My name was on it. The destination read Kitale. The date, 2 years ago. I stared at it, horrified. I was never supposed to make it to the funeral, I whispered. No, she said. You already did. But not this time. This is the loop you created. Because your soul is in denial. What do you mean? You use death to your advantage. You try to profit off a grave. Now time won't let you go. That night, yes, somehow, night fell during one of the loops, I had a vision. The ground at Nia Junction split open. Smoke poured out. And I saw versions of myself crawling from the dust, burned, drowned, starved, screaming. One pointed at me. You stole from the dead, he said, his voice like crackling fire. Now you'll wait for someone to steal you. I woke under the baobab. But this time, the sky was darker than before. The hawker wasn't smiling. The girl in the green scarf walked past, but her eyes were black. The air was thick. My breath felt heavy. The woman returned one final time. Her eyes were clear now. Younger. Her skin was smooth. This is your last loop, she said. There's a way out. How? Go to the land you tried to claim. Dig beneath the tree line. There, you buried something. Return it. I remembered. The papers. The land deed I had forged and hidden during the funeral, hoping to seal my inheritance before the lawyers caught up. What happens if I return it? You'll leave the junction. And if I don't? You'll be the next one whispering to the new ones. She reached into her wrap and handed me a small black seed. Plant it where your greed took root. This time, when I blinked, I was on the road again. The loop hadn't restarted. My phone read 13:14. Time had moved. I was free. I traveled to the land in Kitale, heart pounding. The forest edge was quiet. The tree I remembered still stood. I dug beneath it. Found the tin box with the documents I had hidden. My hands shook as I poured kerosene on them and set them on fire. Then I planted the seed. And I wept. I stayed there all night. And in the morning, something green had sprouted from the earth. A tiny baobab. It's been 2 years since then. But sometimes, when I close my eyes, I hear the hawker's voice again. 5 bob. Sweet like love. And my phone. It glitches. Only for a second. 13:13.